Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the Podocasts. Thank you. So we're talking Loopring today. Now, I'm a big fan of level 2s. I really am. Scale is my preference, but Loopring's got kind of a nifty thing going on here, and there's two things that I like about it. One, I love use case tokens. Loopring is a pure use case token. And two, I like anything that'll take some of the bite out of Ethereum when you're actually using this to trade. Now, Loopring's been on a hell of a ride towards the end of last year, and it's still got a lot of volatility for it, but people are piling into it, typically with no idea what the hell it is, what the hell it does. They see a piece of news, they see LRC, and say, well, I got to get me some of that because it's going to go up. But I don't do that. When I'm making my trades, I don't buy a token because it might go up. I will buy a token because I know how it will go up. I know what it is, I know what it does, and I see a path forward for it. Now, I've pretty well checked out of the bulk of Ethereum. I really want there's a better way. And we're talking Solana, we're talking ADA, we're talking Cosmos. There's a lot of better ways. So I have been pretty well checked out of this. But something recently has we've been pushing a little bit on this channel that's changed my mind on this a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to take you through two different versions of this. I'm going to show you what Loopring does for those who are not familiar with it. And surprisingly, a lot of you are not familiar with it. You see the token, you have no idea that it's a level 2, you have no idea what to do with it, and that's fine. That's fine. It's you really don't have to understand a product to trade in it. I just don't think that's very smart crypto. So I thought I would just walk you through a little bit of it, what this is, what it does, and an alternative way of doing the exact same thing. So we're just going to go ahead and go to third screen here, and you can see that we're over on loopring.io. Now, this is their DEX. This is a level 2 trading platform for those who are trying to inch their way away from Coinbase, Gemini, all the central exchanges. And I strongly advocate for you to get away from the central exchanges, man. Everything else that you're going to do in the entire world is cheaper when you get away from the central exchanges. But as you can see right up here, loopring.io, and these are the markets. These are the trading pairs that you can purchase and swap over here on Loopring. Now, you're going to have to connect your wallet. And in this case, I'm using MetaMask. Now, here's the downside that I see to this one. And for those who may or may not be familiar with this, you're going to allow it to, it's going to request to connect to your MetaMask. Let it request, or just go ahead and approve the request. And you can see I just used the last four. AA27 is my MetaMask, and you can see that it's connected with AA27 again. So here's the probably one of the first downsides that I see with this. Aside from the fact that it is relatively cheaper, it's still not exactly cheap. So in order for me to use this, we're going to have to make a deposit. Now, this is the amount of Ethereum that I have loose in my MetaMask wallet. You can see it right here. We're going to look at Ethereum, 0.026, 0.25. Yeah. So once we actually hook it up, then we're going to have to make a deposit. Now, here's the downside. There's two different things that you have to do with this. One is that there's going to be a generic fee that you're going to have to pay to hook onto here, but the second one is going to be the gas fees. So you're already talking $18 in Ethereum just to be able to use Loopring. That's not exactly cheap. It's cheaper, but it's not exactly inexpensive. And that's one of the big things that Loopring is going to sell you on, and I happen to agree with it. If you are a pure Ethereum person, this is a better way. This is a less expensive way. This is a piece of cake. All you have to do is have enough sitting in there, and I'm not going to complete this transaction because I'm not going to buy any more Ethereum. But you have enough in there, you agree, you hit confirm, boom. All right, you are up, and you are now trading on the DEX. Your wallet is connected, and anything that you do is going to be put through here. And we're going to go ahead and reject the transaction. I'm sure you guys get the rub. So once you actually get that up and you're hooked up, then you can come over here to trade. We'll just do simple. And say you want to swap Loopring for Ethereum, or Ethereum for Loopring, or any of these tokens for any of these other tokens, assuming Yeah, oh, and Amp's on here too, by the way, for those for those of you guys who were really going crazy with the whole LRC and Amp thing. They put Amp on Loopring, so you can go ahead and swap for it right here. But the way that this does it is liquidity pools. For those who are not familiar with liquidity pools, this is where they are. Now, the neat thing is that anybody can participate in liquidity pools, and I strongly, strongly recommend that you do exactly that, because you are going to earn an APR on the tokens. If you're just holding them and doing nothing with them, I say that you are doing yourself a disservice, and you should definitely pop into them. So if you come right over here to pools, you can see all the different pools that you can get in with your tokens. So if you brought your Loopring over here or your Ethereum and you swapped half of that Ethereum for USDC, I stand by. If you swapped half of that for USDC, came over here to add and added an equal amount, and you submit it, you're earning 7.13% APR on your Ethereum and USDC pair. This is liquidity. This is how a DEX works. So these are all the different percentages that you can earn if you pony up your tokens and you agree to provide liquidity to these DEXs. So I think it was neat, and what they're doing is it's not precisely unique, because pretty much every DEX in existence does this very thing. But once I saw it, I remembered that there is in fact a much easier way to do exactly what you're doing here, but to do it cheaper and to earn a higher APR. So let's go ahead and just walk through that real quick. I know it's not exactly part of it, but we're getting to the Loopring, I assure you. I need some Rowan. So I'm just going to come over here to Osmosis, and if you don't have a Kepler wallet, I strongly recommend you get a Kepler wallet, and we're going to go ahead and swap. So I got about $4 in Atom just sitting here. So we're going to swap Atom for Rowan. I'll show you why I need the Rowan. And we'll just swap it all, because I really like Rowan anyway. And over here, the gas fee is 0. It costs you absolutely nothing. And we're just going to go ahead and approve that transaction and let that go through. And wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. I hate waiting, but I'm not going to actually pay for a transaction when I could wait a few extra seconds and they'll give it to me for nothing. And as we come over here down to assets and we go down here to Sift Chain, you can see that the Sift Chain is now here. So we have to withdraw this to our Kepler wallet. And we just get a look at the last 3. So it automatically hooks up. I'm sorry, that's something else I was playing with. It automatically hooks up. So, but it's never a bad idea just to make sure. So you can see the E43, boom, we're hooked up. We're going to pull it all out. We're going to go ahead and withdraw it. We're going to pay the insanely high gas fee of 0. And we're kicking this thing out to our Kepler wallet. Now, we're going to need this out in the Kepler wallet for what we're going to do next. So you just saw the Loopring. So this is the Loopring. These are the AMM pools. You're farming, you're trading, you're swapping, everything. So this is what's doing it, but this is pure level 2 Ethereum. So what we're going to do is come over here to Sift Chain. Now, if you need to get on siftchain-dex.forbowl.com, and boom, you're up on this. Now, here's why this one matters. You guys can see all the different connected wallets we have here, including my Ethereum, the AA27, and that we have 53 Rowan available, because I just pulled some out. Let me make sure that lines up, because I just pulled some out. Yeah, we got about 52.6 available. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to come straight here to swap, and what we're going to do is we're going to swap half the Rowan for Loopring, because this is a Loopring video, and this is the Ethereum version. You see that little tag right there? This is the Ethereum version of Loopring. You see it right there, Ethereum Loopring. So we're going to change our slippage to 0.5, because I don't want to do a whole lot of slippage. We're going to swap half of it. That's 25 Rowan, and we're going to swap that for 2.42 Loopring. We're going to make the swap. We're going to confirm it. Now here is transaction fee, 3 cents. Every transaction that I've done over here has been 3 cents. Not $20 worth of Ethereum, but 3 cents worth of Rowan. So we're going to go ahead and approve the transaction. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, because I'm not going to pay more than 3 cents, even if it makes it quicker. And I don't edit my videos either, so I don't know if you've seen any of them before, but you haven't. All right, so you can see right here that we have swapped 25 Rowan for 2.4. Now, let's pool this one. And this is what really gets me excited about this, and the fact that I'm doing this with Loopring. So we're going to search pools, and we're going to look for an LRC pool. And you see it right there, Rowan LRC. Now, here's what I love about that. You see that APR? You see that 100% APR? You do see that 100% APR, right? So let's go ahead and add the liquidity, and we're going to max out our Loopring, which is 2. You know what? We're not going to max it. We're going to do 2. Oh, I don't know, 2. And to match it up is 22.688 Rowan. We're going to go ahead and add the liquidity. We're going to hit confirm. We're going to wait for it, and we're going to pay that 3 cents, and it goes, and it goes, and it goes. Wait for it. And after this thing confirms a transaction, we come back right over here to pools. You see that we have $4 of liquidity that we have now added into this pool at 100% APR. 100% APR, 169% APY, because these rewards start paying, I want to say immediately, but give it about 2 hours and you're going to start seeing the rewards add up. Now, all the rewards are paid in Rowan. They're not paid in Loopring. They are paid in Rowan. So here's some other pools that I'm in. You can see that the Rowan is going up. I just have a few dollars in here. I just use this for experimenting. Most of my money's on osmosis. But this is these things, your rewards are going to be accumulated right here. So if we look down for pools of the people, you can get that extra 200%. And these are some of the other ones that are picked over, and they're assigned by the community. But as it sits right now, all of these pools are 100% APR up and down the board, with the exception of the pools for the people like Rowan USDC, that's 300. Rowan Ethereum, that's 300. And and so forth. And the last one that you just saw me kick in here was the Rowan LRC. I'm only collecting 100% on it. But we are very cavalier when we say only 100% APR. Only 100% APR should never have only in front of it. It is 100% APR. And your rewards start accumulating immediately. Now, they're going to pay out every Tuesday on the epoch. But this is you using your Loopring token to earn money with it. So if you're holding on to it, waiting for it to go up, why not hold on to it, waiting for it to go up and collect 100% APR while you are doing it? Now, the liquidity on these can be removed immediately. So all of these, see that little remove liquidity button? You hit that, you slide it up to 100, you remove the liquidity, you pay the 3 cents, and that liquidity is moved immediately. It's not bonded for 90 days. It's not bonded for 14 days. It's not bonded for any length of time. As soon as you remove the liquidity, it's yours. Goes back into your wallet. Life is good. So I am just such a big fan of this. Now, this is an omni-chain DEX too, by the way. This will work with anything. So if you happen to have a whole bunch of LRC in your wallet and you don't know what the hell to do with it, you can come right over here and you can import it. Now, this is going to connect to your Sift Chain, to your MetaMask wallet. So if you wanted to pull in this, I don't have any in my, I just cleared it all out. But if you wanted to pull it in from your MetaMask wallet, this would be precisely how you do it, because your MetaMask wallet is hooked up right here, and any token that you happen to have in there is going to show up. Let me show you one real quick with something. Maybe I have something in here that will, actually pop over. Rand, ENT, Fat, AMP. None of those are on there right now. And I think, I don't know, maybe I got some 1 inch. Let's find out. 1 inch. There we go. So let's see if I wanted to import it. Max. I don't have any 1 inch. Okay. If I did, it'll show up here, and you kick it and you hit the enter the amount. You hit it, you approve the transaction, and on it goes. Now, because you're doing with Ethereum again, you're still going to be paying Ethereum fees. But once you pull it off one time, there's no reason to ever go back. I don't see any reason to ever go back to Ethereum, because there are easier ways to swap it. If you went straight back over here to Osmosis and you were to deposit whatever Sift Chain you have left, let me see what I got. Max. So let's put 3 Sift Chain back in here, and we deposit it. Now, this one is going to have a fee, and oh, look, it's a penny. So we're going to put this back from our Kepler wallet. We're putting this back onto Osmosis. And as soon as it registers, you're going to see 3 Sift Chain right there, which is about 24 cents. Now, the other fun thing that I absolutely love about this is that you can do business with 24 cents over here, because the swap fees and the transaction fees are so damn cheap. So let's go to Sift Chain. There you go. We got 27 cents. So what I would do if you wanted to turn this back into anything else is I would swap it from Rowan back to Atom, because this is the native Cosmos token that exists everywhere. I would do the max. I would swap it. I would pay the gas fee of 0. I'd wait for that to come back, and then I would export that Atom to my Kepler wallet, and I would send that Atom back to Coinbase. So you can do this and completely bypass all the Ethereum. You only have to do it once. I want to make sure I'm clear on this. There is no reason to ever go back to the Ethereum chain. You are dealing with LRC, Loopring, Ethereum tokens, but there is no reason for you to ever send them back when you can bypass it. You convert them to Rowan, you convert them to Atom, you send them to your Kepler wallet, you send them back to Coinbase. These fees are nothing. Once you're back on Coinbase, you can do whatever the hell you want with that Atom. You want to turn that Atom back into Loopring, turn it back into Loopring. Whatever you want to do. But as far as swapping it and trading it, just amazingly inexpensive. So I do like Loopring. I love that they're a level 2. I don't like that they're doing it on Ethereum, but I understand why they are. But for those of you who want to deal with Ethereum tokens, don't want to pay the big fees, I would recommend Sift Chain to do it. I absolutely would, because you can purchase your Loopring there, the Ethereum version, a wrapped version of it, a synthetic version of Loopring that is pegged to the native Loopring value. So I hope this helped for anybody who might be aping into Loopring and figure it out. Without even knowing what it does. This is what it does. It exists in multiple locations. It is all over the place now. It's a solid token. It is a very, I consider it a decent investment if you're an Ethereum kind of guy, because it is a pure use case token. I love use case tokens. So anyway, guys, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up. And until next time, or questions, comments, look, man, we're right here. But until next time, please stay safe. Please be smart with your money. Cheers.